Yo, what's good with it? It's your boy, Simon Phoenix. This is Shots Fired Podcast. What up? What up? What up? Shoot your shot. Gun Rules Finest Podcast. That's right, Shots Fired. Bang, bang. Yo, what's good with it? It's your boy, Simon Phoenix, Shots Fired Podcast. And today we have a special guest. DJ Ill One is in the building discussing new music, hip hop. You know, I probably ask him some fuckboy questions too, because I ain't shit. What up with you, bro?
Man, it's all good, all good. Yeah.
Well, look, look. This time you did it like a true player. Hit me with the yeah at the end and everything. Yeah. Too funny. Okay, so look. For those of you who don't know, DJ Ill One is a renowned DJ, producer, engineer, just all around hip hop head. Has now 3 projects out, and their production is, I would say, phenomenal. For you who don't know, when you listen to producer albums, they're basically instrumentals, right? So the first 2, to me, hip hop, jazzy, very underlined with a lot of soul. That being said, we come to a whole project called Soul from a guy who is known for, like I said, I put you in that Q-tip lane. And when I say that production-wise, let me clear this up. I don't want you to be like, hey, man, I ain't trying to sound like that, man. But I mean, like, his soulful approach, his use of instruments that are, shall we say, sometimes sounds that are abnormal. And he finds a way to make it all mesh beautifully. And you're doing that same thing vibe-wise, not sonically, of course.
Right.
So how do you get there?
I've been doing this since, the production part, I've been doing this since I was like 10 years old. You know, I started off toying around with stuff, but I guess me, like other like producers, like rap producers, I wanted to make a solid hip hop production and stuff like that. But like I said, I come from a musical family, and I pretty much, soul was just there, like. So
Switch.
Yeah. My cousin members Switch. I have my uncle. I also have an uncle Tommy McGee. So they
in the music business.
Yeah, in the music business and
legendary status. I'm doing what he ain't gonna do. Look here, the man come from music royalty. Like, if you don't know about music in Michigan, outside of like Motown, Grand Rapids, Michigan has a very, very rich musical history. And one of the greatest musical groups to come out of here was Switch, which is combined with, I would say, some of the heavy hitters that didn't nobody know nothing about until you go back and look. You're like,
right, yeah.
It's the DeBarges and your family, and then the whole name of the group is because they run around switching instruments with each other. Hold on, let me get on the drums. You don't know what you're doing. Let me get that guitar from you.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And then you're around this, and then you are a top shelf DJ. We're not talking about like, oh man, I might DJ at the bar on Wednesdays. No, man, we're not talking that. We talking about this dude that's like, oh, I go to DJ competitions, wipe the floor with individuals. They don't play with me. So, again, when you do it, I have to give you shit because you are so modest. Everybody come on. I love my city because y'all complain about us being dusty, but y'all are some of the most modest people I've ever met when it comes to entertainment. Y'all do not get hype about yourselves at all here.
Yeah, no.
And you my G. We go back. Like, if there's anybody's show you can come on and show your ass, it's mine.
Yeah, I mean, I put it like this. I am confident in my skill, in myself, period. I don't, I am humble to an extent, but if you look at the dictionary meaning of humble, it's not really what you want to be. It's to lower yourself, to make something else greater when actually we are greater. So therefore, I'm humble. Like if, go religious wise, you come before the Lord, you will humble yourself, things of that nature. Fine. But when it comes to being out here and knowing what your skill set is, no matter what you do, you know you're good at it. Yeah, you can throw that humble stuff to the side, but I will be modest about it because I'm not going to sit here and act as if I'm the greatest, but I feel I am. But, I'll let the public decide when it comes to my abilities and things of that nature. So, yeah, that's how I am about that. But
I just had to push, bro. I just had to push. Look, I'm here to push. Yeah. I keep telling everybody that. Now, how you view the push is you. I'm pushing my city forward because I want to see the artists, the entertainers, the entrepreneurs eat and shine.
Oh, yeah.
But then on the other end, I'm pushing because I want y'all not to be coming on my show of anything and then be like, so you got a new project out, what's going on with it? Well, I just been grinding out here, man. And thank God that all 484,000 people that listen to my new project was there for me. Because I'm like, bro, you supposed to be hype as shit.
Oh no,
I be trying to get your look. Let me. I need you to get hype out here because you are somebody who is doing excellent things.
Thank you.
Done harassing you about that. Yeah. Let's get back into the real meat of the conversation.
Okay,
new LP. How we get here?
Okay, so like I said, my first two projects. The first one I did was a EP called Love Letter to My City. And that was an instrumental project. That was rough. Like you hear it was a rough project. Then the second one I did called Grooves, which is a whole album. That was more refined, more put together. But the Soul project, it only came because I was making another full-length album. And some of these songs I put to the side because it didn't quite fit the album. So what I decided to do was I looked at those songs. I had like 6 of them. I said, you know what? I'm gonna put this out first as an EP because it's like soul. And like I said, you can rap to it. You can sing to it. You can vibe to it. It's beyond. It's not hip hop. It's not R&B. It's not jazz. It's beyond that. I think you can put it in whatever category, but it's instrumental. But it's soulful nonetheless. And it's me not running away from being soulful, because I hear that all the time. You got soul, you soulful. And I would like to incorporate that in if I do my hip hop production and stuff like that. But this one was just too much for that. So I just go ahead and threw that out. And plus it was time. And then also I was starting my label, Sound Structure Recording. So this is the first release off of that for my label. And then I'll get back to my album, which should be coming out maybe the end of this year, maybe next year. But I got several projects that I worked on that are ready to go. But Soul's the first one to put out,
Okay.
Yeah.
I see where you're going with this. I'm coming back with some dirtbag.
Okay.
I got to keep the dirtbag going. That's how you get the information, y'all. So I also heard that through Lil Birdie, there's some people who have current projects coming out.
Yeah.
That you have production on as well in the city. Is that true?
I do. My man Sid Swift, he's coming with an album, and he had sent it to me, and he wanted it to be sequenced and all that, see how it go. Yeah, there's gonna be a dope project when he's ready to put it out. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a dope project. It's called This Payphone Works. Yeah, it's nice. I got a few joints off of that. Yeah.
Shout out Sid Swift. I was trying to let him talk, but I can't control myself. Shout out my man. So I'm so proud that he's coming back. Man. So excited.
Yeah, it's a dope project. I was just sitting there listening to it. I was like, man, okay, wow. And like I said, I have a few joints off of that one. Then I got my crew DES. We've been working on the album for I don't know how long. It's in pretty much the mixing stages. And I did a few joints off of there, but we got like 4 producers in that crew.
I know.
Yeah, so
I know. I'm waiting for that project because I know that's gonna be sick.
We got like 4 producers. It's me, it's Monk Mateus, it's Fang. We got quite a few, and I did the scratches on that, which that's the thing. Like on my projects, I don't have any scratching, but I'm a DJ to the heart. So you're going to hear more of
You
that.
had to contribute your secondary skill. Look at you. You just, I have so many talents. I have to show them off separately so you know how great they are individually.
So I'm excited about all that's coming. And then, of course, there's more work to be done. So there's stuff that's coming down the pipeline that, not talking about yet. But, so you're going to be hearing from me quite a bit.
Well, I'm glad. Yeah. I'm glad we're going to be hearing from you quite a bit. Look, now I'm going to clear up some things you said.
Okay.
I know they're your opinion and they're your babies. You view them the way you do. Right. The first project was not rough. Let me tell you that. This was not a rough project, sir. It sounded like a producer's album to me. It sounded like somebody who had multiple musical tastes and just wanted to show that off.
Right.
The grooves to me was more jazzy. Yeah. And that in itself kept making me be like, boy, this boy is a real artist, because this shit right here, I don't even need no rapper shit. I don't need, like the other shit, I was like, ooh, I wonder how somebody would sound on this. I wonder how somebody sound. I could picture MCs on the first project. Mm-hmm. The second project, I was like, bro, this is like Herbie Hancock. You know what I'm saying? I could literally be sitting on the front porch banging this, just chilling, because this how vibey this shit is. So I just wanted to tell you that, like, because I think I said this to you last time you said that to me, and I was looking at you like, nah, bro, that shit fire. Don't undersell yourself at all. That shit's fire.
Well, we're our worst critics,
Definitely.
And I would hear like other artists, and they'll talk about them being perfectionists and stuff. And, you'd be like, nah, man. I mean, you need to put that stuff up. But I can see how a person can become a perfectionist. Like, I remember watching that documentary about Tribe Called Quest. The low end theory. Q-Tip didn't want to put it out. And if his manager didn't get that, like, physically grab the album from him, we probably wouldn't have heard Low End Theory till, who knows, now. And that's over, it's almost 30 years old. But he's so much of a perfectionist. And then let's look at Dr. Dre.
Mr. I won't give us anything.
The Detox. The Detox. He didn't come out with that, but he came out with Compton the movie. And if you really listen to Compton the movie, I can truly say that we probably would not deserve Detox, because Compton the movie was amazing, sonically and everything. That album is ridiculous. And now he put out one with Marsha Ambrosius, and that might be a classic. So I can see the perfection part, but I try not to go there, because I would never put anything
preaching
out.
to the choir. Preaching to the choir. I already know. It's very hard from an artist's point of view to put things out, because you hear everything that could be fixed, and then you want to fix them, and then you hear more things, and then now you're just down the rabbit hole.
You're hurting yourself. You're killing yourself.
Yeah, you're killing yourself, and then all the second guessing starts messing with your confidence, and like I said, you're just down the rabbit hole. So from an artist's point of view, all artists understand that. Yeah. They all have done it to themselves. And some of them just get to the point where they're like, I record music and then give it to someone else to engineer, do everything else, and then they just bank it. Yeah. And then they come to me later and say, oh, I love that verse on this. That could go good here. And then you repurpose it, or they just put shit out for you.
Yeah.
Because you are incapable of being the person to say, yeah, that's fire. No, you be like, I mean, even Eminem has that kind of conversation where he's explaining like how much music he's made that he doesn't like that other people do. Yeah,
like if you go down the rabbit hole and go through the stuff that they didn't release, it'll blow your mind.
It's definitely. I think every artist has probably about 6 projects hidden.
Yeah, in my phone alone, I have about 8 projects that I could have put out, like that I did not, on my phone. And their name is titled and everything. Only thing it doesn't have is cover art. But I was like, nah.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
It could be better.
Right. And then, but you hear it or someone else hears it, oh man, that's dope. Why don't you put that out? Like, and I have to go with those opinions, because if I keep going with what's in the head, I would never put
ever
put
that shit out.
Exactly.
Okay. So we got a new project.
Yeah.
We have you working with others for other projects.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song on the new project?
Soul. I think Soul is my favorite. The title song is my favorite. They're all. Of course, I like them all. Of course, put them out. But Soul is my favorite. Is like when you play that, I think it embodies the whole project.
Okay. Look, I'm the person that asks the questions. I'm just so curious all the time when I get around people that are so artistic as you are, and look, I'm constantly repeating myself with this shit. Like, you are one of my founding people in my mind for Gunru hip hop production in the city. You and Doe, aka Shadow the Source, aka Shadow the Sorcerer,
aka Triple Threat.
Yo, Mr. I Do It All.
Yeah.
Even with a dude like him, you guys are those kind of guys where I can say to myself, right, everything they do is fire. I ain't really worried about if it's gonna be sonically something I'ma like, because y'all never missing for me.
And that man's sitting on some.
Oh man, come on, man. I mean,
God,
like,
he's sitting on.
Like, he's the city archive,
pretty much.
And so that was part of the reason why I wanted to do this podcast. Dead ass. I really got into this because I felt like there was a niche of artists that people didn't know existed.
Yeah.
And their stories hadn't been told. And I wanted to archive all of those that came out of the late 80s, 90s, early 2000s. I wanted to get through that group of MCs, producers. And what happened was, within my own personal journey, I started watching y'all continue to grind. Whether you talking about Sid Swift, whether we talking about Dark Souls project coming out, whether you talking about Shadow still doing things, whether you talking about Izzy Dope still grinding, you know what I'm saying? That there were so many pillars in the 90s that were doing it and doing. Bro, Loud Pack.
It was nothing but inspiration out here. I
mean, you know what I'm saying? Like
you go through, like you said, the 90s alone. You go through all the names of the people in this city. It would blow your mind. So if somebody ever thinks to say that there was no talent coming out of here,
all lies.
All lies. All day long.
Hey, look, everybody has their thing where they say, in their mind, they're like, my city versus everything.
Right.
Well, just whatever. We coming for you, right? I've always said, from a musical standpoint, oh yeah, let me go ahead and pick who I want. And I guarantee you, I get a city a run for their money. I'm gonna give you a run for your money. We might not beat you, but I guarantee you leave battered and bruised. It ain't gonna be light work.
And we ain't even gotta go there. We can go neighborhoods.
I don't want them to get beat the brakes off of by everybody came out of Madison. That ain't gonna be fair.
I'm gonna tell you, because you got Shadow, like I said, you got Will Granderson, you have Ryan Davis. This is the same street almost. And you have Shameik Weddle, who was a mentor to me. He's a mentor. I just said all them dudes over there. But then you had Black Cow, rest in peace. You got Chucky. You got this is my neighborhood. This is my neighborhood. Then we got people like my man Pat Gonzo the God, which is he's nice with the beats. He's not only an entrepreneur.
Don't let him fool you. Don't let him fool you. He got other talents.
Exactly. I mean, this is just my neighborhood. And then let's not even talk about the young ones coming up after them. Like, that's just my neighborhood. Now we can go to your neighborhood. And oh man, the list can go on and on.
I mean, like I said, it just gets ridiculous,
right?
If you know, you know what I'm saying. Exactly. If you know, you know, and if you know, and I say, oh, okay, that's who you bringing. Okay, cool. Well, let me go get Black Sacrifice.
See, yeah.
Let me go get Justin Traces.
See what I'm saying?
The Last Supreme Being. That's just crew,
right?
That's just crew for me.
Yeah, that's
you know
crew.
What I'm saying. So let me just go grab them.
Right.
All right. Cool. For production, I'm gonna grab you, my original DJ. I'm gonna cheat up the show. Around the block, I got another great producer. I'm gonna go grab Izzy Dope.
See,
just to have you mad, and just to give you an oddball person that'll shred your socks off. Let me go get Tai Chi, because y'all act like he wasn't murdering cats out here.
Right.
What you gonna do with us?
Yeah.
You couldn't, like, real talk, man. I could almost go through every era and go snatch out 9 rappers out of this city who is been ready, willing, and able to take on majors.
Yeah,
it's really just based on the fact that no one came and seen the whole package out of rappers here. There was nobody running around with their shirt off with a 6-pack growling. And so that's the real reason. It was
Yeah.
too much lyrical monstery going on, which is hard for people to understand,
Right.
much less comprehend where you're coming from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reason why Wu-Tang to me is so legendary, is because you got over commercially with everybody spitting lyrics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they never been done no more. Like every other rap group, you can see why it blew. You can say to yourself, oh, I'm not being a hater, but I understand why Daz and Corrupt blew. Daz is there to provide the beats, the gangster feels, to make you feel like, okay, this ain't no Fugazi shit. Corrupt there for you niggas that love lyrics.
See? Yeah.
That's a perfect blend, right?
Yeah.
When you listen to Snoop Dogg and you say, okay, Snoop and Dre together, Dre's providing the ambiance, Snoop's providing the idea, the visual concept, what you say. You say, okay, that makes sense, right? Okay, I see why they blew. When you look at Gumroo and I say, okay, I take dough, nah, bro, that's just rapper.
Right.
That's gutter street shit. And if you ain't on board, if you ain't hustled, you ain't sold no packs, if you ain't into this for real, you just kind of like dudes who talking that talk, but they ain't lyrical with it.
Yeah.
You can't deal with dough. Dough gonna be too much. It's gonna be too many things going over your head.
Right.
That's how a dude like Ryan Davis is. The intellectual part is too much for motherfuckers.
Right.
We are. I'll tell you what Grand Rapids sounds like. People gonna get mad at this, but this is really what we sound like in hip hop to outsiders. We're the white proof. If you've never heard the white proof, my God, that man is a danger. He is a villain. He's Eminem when Eminem first started.
Is he from Minnesota or something?
I think he's from Cleveland.
Okay.
He dresses. He always got fucked up dress code. It's just and not fucked up in a way where he look crazy. He reminds everybody of they white pimp uncle that come.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Very top tier rapper, but when you hear what he's saying metaphorically, it's totally understandable why his fan base is very small.
Well,
But it's growing in mass.
But you know what? No, we're in the Midwest. We see and hear everything, and it comes out in our music. So in the city alone, you can tell like who listens to what, who does what, because we're influenced by a lot of stuff. We're influenced by everybody, east, west, north, east, west, south, whatever. We are influenced by that because we're in the Midwest. We're in the middle of everything, so we soak up everything. So you can't say that, y'all cats sound like New York, or y'all trying to sound like Detroit, which if you look at Detroit sound, the West Coast and the South are they're biting it hard.
I would say depend on what part of Detroit, what Detroit you listening to.
Exactly, but
like Grand Rapids and Detroit have a very similar problem, right? Yeah. We don't have what people would consider a complete sonic sound for that place.
Right.
The West Coast has a complete sonic sound that you consider, oh, that's the West Coast sound. Mm-hmm. And then anything that comes under that umbrella is, okay, I can see you might not be totally West Coast, but you have all the nuances of it being from that sound chamber. Being from the Midwest, we don't have that. What we have is a very deep understanding of all of it, because you can go to rural Midwest and you'll get like how Flint rappers sound.
Right. Okay.
You can go to mid-city Midwest, you're going to get that Cleveland sound. Milwaukee has a different sound.
Yeah.
Very Southern-esque, but not totally Southern-esque. The verbiage is deeper.
Yeah. Right?
So for me, what I see is we're the true idea of the melting pot. Because you can get someone as lyrical minded as a Shadow. Yeah. Since we using our brother today to point out some things musically, you can see his influence is 90s East Coast, but his swagger and energy can be easily accepted everywhere else. Yeah. Because from the Midwest point of view, we rock a little bit of everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We the type of brothers pop out with some ostrich Timbs on them one week and then being some Travis Scott's the next week. You know what I'm saying? Very versatile place.
Yeah, because, you got like some of the, I would say up and coming, but like the now, we got like, you got Huff, you got like Alfie the Great. You got definitely.
You got dudes like T Crazy. You got dudes like Bolo. Tilly. Yeah. The list could go on. Artistically, this city is well taken care of. Yeah. So let me ask you this before I get you out of here.
All right.
I got one last thing to end my show on with you. If there was a major label comes to you and says, we got 50 million, split venture, you own everything, we're just gonna do production. Meaning the background, we're gonna pay for promotions, all that bullshit. Would you take said deal? And if so, how many artists are you signing from the city?
Well,
and when I say artists, you don't got to name no names. I'm just saying the number count.
It would take it would take a lot of thought, and and talking to some important people in my life. And I know who I would take. I know, like, I would take. It would be probably like 5 or 6 people. But the thing is, because I want to, like my label is like a boutique label. It's me. It started with me, but then if I want to do collaborations with people, I can put it under there. The thing is to do it with people that you trust, and I think that's the most important thing. You can make a small label, small independent label that puts out so much a year or whatever with people that you trust. It doesn't, you're not just looking for everybody, because I have to bring you into the fold. Like,
that's why I asked for. That's why I asked for a number. That's why I didn't ask for people, because your list is ridiculous. We'd be here no time.
It would be like 5 or 6 that I know that I would really want to bring in, and we can go ahead and change the world with the label, and then see how that goes. But it wouldn't be a lot of people, because I'm not trying to be a big label like that. Not trying to be a Motown or one like a Universal or anything like that. I just want to make good music with good people, but and do it on my time and do it at my
your terms.
Yeah, my terms, right?
Got you. Well, look, I asked that question for this. I asked that question of you because you are one of the few people in this city that I think would be a good label head. And the reason I think that is because I think that you are one of the best advocates of all of us. Even when sometimes we don't all get along, even though sometimes we don't all see eye to eye, you are always the person that plays the excellent middleman and bringing a conscious thought to what we're all trying to strive to do. Yeah. So that's why I said that out of pure curiosity. I just wanted to know, because I think that you would be the best at that. So new project's out, because we run out of time. Yeah. But the new project's out. It's on all streaming platforms.
Pretty much, yeah. It's Apple, Spotify, Tidal. Yeah, no, the Tubi. It's on YouTube Music, Amazon Music.
He lied to y'all. He got a whole rapper snuff film on there on Tubi called "Get It Out the Roof."
Yeah, I even got on like Deezer, stuff like that. I put it on pretty much all the major platforms. Wherever you go and get music, it should be there. Yeah.
Well, look, I appreciate you coming to the show. I appreciate you being, my friend, my homeboy, one of my favorite producers. You already know, we always got a spot for you here at Shots Fired Podcast. Always.
Yeah, I appreciate
anytime you got a project coming, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, come sit in the seat. Oh, yeah, you already know. I'm telling you, come sit in the seat.
No doubt.
And we're going to have you on for some other shit, too. I want to bring you on for some shenanigans shows. Where
let's do it.
Yeah, so you just on the show when we, maybe get you in here on the Sunday night rant, let you wild out with a beer with the crew, and we, while we talk our shit about other shit.
Oh, I'm down.
All right, bet that. Yeah. All right, this has been Shots Fired Podcast. I have been Simon Phoenix. Thank you to DJ Ill1 for coming by. Make sure you go check out the new project, streaming on all major platforms. It's called Soul. Go check that out. All right, holla at your boy. I'm gone.